Good evening, CAN TV viewers. Welcome to Immigration Issues, right here on CAN TV. My name is Nancy Esrifiotri, and I'm the Executive Director of United African Organization. United African Organization is a dynamic coalition of African community-based associations right here in Illinois. We promote social and economic justice, civic participation, and the empowerment of African immigrants and refugees right here in Illinois. With me today, I have Ms. Manisan Karamoko, and she is our advocate, our citizenship and immigration advocate right here with us at United African Organization. Welcome to the show, Manisan.
Thank you for having me, Nancy.
Yeah. So today, we want to share with you some of the current changes that are going on regarding immigration policy. And we have right with us Ms. Manisan, who would be helping shed light on some of the current changes. Welcome again, Manisan.
Thank you.
So we want to start today to talk about public charge. Can you share with us what is public charge? I know that because of the current changes, over the past few years under the current administration, we've seen so many changes in immigration policy. It's almost like every week or so there's something new going on. And many members of the community, the immigrant and refugee community, are worried about the changes, especially the current one that we are talking about today, which is public charge. And so please share more about what this means for us.
Okay, thank you again. So public charge, to understand this, is a rule who has been there for a while, for a long time. But there is a new rule who will be governing this public charge. So currently, public charge is a person who can likely become a primarily charge for the government and live under the government. This is how it has been. This is the definition we give it to the current rule of public charge. But you have to know that the new rule has been published last August 14, and we have some changes. Before, it was just a person who can be dependent on the government for subsistence. But now with the new definition, is a person who is receiving one or more benefits within 36 months during like more than a year.
Okay.
So
one of the important things is the change in the definition.
Yeah.
The change in the definition of what public charge is.
So somebody receiving like public benefits for more than 12 months within 36 month period. What does it mean is when you're receiving like two different categories of a benefit, it will be counted as a 2 month.
Okay.
So if you receive a benefit is 1 month, but if you receive 2 benefits, is 2 months.
Okay.
And also something good to talk about is before it was public charge, it was just concerning cash benefit, cash assistance, and also long-term care at government expenses. So these are the two public benefits the current rule is considering. But with the new rule, it will be extended to link called food stamp or SNAP, And also we will have a Medicare, who is going to be
Medicaid, right?
a Medicaid.
Health
Yeah.
insurance
Yeah.
benefits.
Yes.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. So who does this public charge impact?
This public charge is made when a person is applying to enter the US.
Okay.
And also a person who is trying to adjust his status to become a permanent resident. So we have another category of people who is subject to public charge. Is also the green card holder who leave the US for more than 6 months, like more than 180 days. Yeah.
So someone who is trying to enter the US or trying to change their status to be a green card holder or a green card holder who leaves the US for 6 months or more and then re-enters back into the country. That's who undergoes the public charge test.
So for the permanent resident, by being in the US, it doesn't affect him, but once you go outside the US and you stay there more than 6 months, you can be subject to public charge.
Thank you, Manison.
Thank you.
So does this rule apply to everybody?
The good thing is it doesn't apply to everybody because we have several types of immigrants. People, like I said before, if you are a green card holder, it doesn't apply to you unless you went outside the US for more than 6 months. And if you are a refugee or asylee, it doesn't apply to you either. And also a VAWA petitioner or a survivor of domestic violence and other type of trafficking called T visa or U visa. And also special immigrant juvenile and certain parolees and several other categories of non-citizens.
Okay. So really, even though this is there impacting people who are trying to come into the country or trying to get their green card, there are some people who are exceptions to this public charge test.
Exactly.
And those include the people that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you repeat those ones for us, the exceptions again?
So again, is green card holder, a refugee or asylee, or VAWA self-petitioner, a person looking for U or T visa, and special immigrant juvenile, certain parolees, or certain categories of non-citizen. Yeah.
That's
So
great.
those people are not affected by the new rule.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yes. And does this impact every family, even if for those people who are impacted?
Every family has different story, different situation. So it will be good for each family to look for advice.
Okay.
They need to go to see an immigrant lawyer, or we also have DOJ accredited representatives, so they can go and seek for advice. Yeah.
Legal advice really is really key at this point with all the changes in immigration policy. So if you want to submit an application or just have questions or you are not sure about your status, that is really the advice that we give to everybody at this point that is so critical, that you get the right advice to help you to proceed to where you want to go. And so getting the right help is so important more than ever right now.
Yeah.
So how does this really impact like Africans or the Black community, immigrant and refugee community?
For this new rule, people have to keep in mind that it doesn't affect you when you are not seeking adjustment of status. Like if you are not looking for like a green card, or it doesn't affect, you are not concerned by this situation. But when you want to enter the US, you are concerned by this new rule. And also somebody who is a green card holder and wants to leave the US for like more than 6 months and come back, you can be subject to public charge. And people in our community needs to know, even if you are not a green card holder and in your family somebody is getting this benefit, it doesn't affect you either. So this is a good thing. For example, in some families, some people, they don't have a status and they have citizen children, so they can apply for these children, and even if they want to adjust their study, it won't affect them.
So if the adult does not have legal immigration status, but has children who are born here who are US citizens, and this parent needs help and is seeking things like medical, like health insurance, which is really important for the children to be well and stay healthy in the society, and also need things like food to make sure that their nutritional needs are being met. This adult does not really need to worry about this the fact that the children are receiving this benefits is not going to impact her when she's trying to become a green card holder.
Yeah, exactly. And also, people need to keep in mind, when you take in Medicaid for kids, it doesn't affect you. Even the kid who is under 21 and that is not a green card holder yet, it doesn't affect this child either if you are under 21. Okay. And also pregnant women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so even for pregnant women who need work to help sustain themselves and make sure their nutritional needs are being met, they are not impacted by this new change in the public charge rule either. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. But you have to keep in mind, milk is not concerned in this new rule. It's just, beside cash assistance and long-term care on the government expenses, we have a link and also Medicaid. So WIC is not concerned by this new rule. So for a pregnant woman who is currently pregnant, she can apply for public benefit like Medicaid and get treated, and it won't affect her. And after she got her baby, after 3 months, she's still covered, but after that she needs to stop using it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if you're pregnant and during the time of pregnancy you are able to use Medicaid, it's okay to use it during that time, but then after the pregnancy and the immediate postnatal care, usually the benefits do cut off anyway after that time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What about housing?
Housing also is, under the new rule, is subject to public charge if someone is getting this kind of benefit. So like Section 8. So if you are taking this and you are not a green card holder, you have to be worried about that. But if you are a green card holder seeking to become a citizen, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah.
Yeah. That is a big issue for communities because many low-income families really rely on the subsidies to be able to provide a place for their families to put their head and feel safe, a place to be. And so that is a big issue for families. Is there anything else that you would like to add, Manisan?
Yeah, I would like to tell our community, everybody has his own situation, his own case, so it will be good for everyone to seek advice by going see an attorney or a DOJ representative, so who can give you advice. So that will be good for these people. And also you have to keep in mind that this new rule didn't get effect yet. It will start working by October 15. So for now, until October 15, if you're using this public benefit, it won't affect you. But starting October 15, it will affect you. But you also need to know that right now there is advocacy and lawsuit who are trying to fight this new rule. So it might not take effect, but it can be by October 15. But if we win the case, you won't get to go through October 15 and get effect. Yeah.
And like you said, not everyone is subject to this new rule. And so if you are not sure, the best thing is really to seek advice and get the right help and the right advice as it pertains to you and your family and your situation.
And also, the good thing also is there will be waiting like between negative effect and positive effect to see if your case can allow you to enter or be able to adjust your status. So it won't be like straight taking public benefit at the same time bar you in getting what you need.
That's right.
Just we will wait negative and positive factors. Yeah.
Okay. The question that I have is that, under this current administration, we've seen so many people who are visitors really trying to come into the country who have really been sent back to the countries that they were coming from, or when they got to the airports here in the U.S., have been detained. And so is this, if this rule goes into effect, going to make that situation worse? Because as people are trying to come in, they're going to have to undergo testing, right? And so to see if they are subject to this public charge or not. And if they are, then that has other implications besides whatever is currently making them be returned or be put in deportation proceedings. Is this impacting people who are coming in as visitors?
Yeah, it can impact them because we're most of the time looking for age. So if you are under 18 or over 61 is a negative factor. And also they look at your income. If you're making enough to be self-dependent, so this is a good factor. But if you are not making a lot, you will be negative. And also if you don't have a good health, that one is a negative effect also. And also when you have somebody supporting you as a sponsor, where we look at if the person is getting enough money to support you. All this will go like through screening. Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. Is there anything else that you'd like our viewers to be aware of regarding this public charge?
I would like to tell them to always seek advice, and also people who can adjust their status, they should do it now, because rules are always changing. And also people who are not citizens yet, it's good for them to apply for citizenship, and like that they will be covered and they won't be subject to any public charge once they go out and they want to stay for a longer of time. Yeah.
That's a really good point. I think that what we can't say it many as enough, right?
Yeah.
Everyone who has questions does not have legal status. This is the best time. There's so many opportunities for free legal help. And so if you have questions or need help, reach out to us and we'll be able to connect you. And it's important to make sure that you are really getting the right help that you need. Don't go to someone who is a friend or someone who does not have the expertise to be able to give you the right advice. And so make sure that you're seeking the right advice at this point in time. And as Manisan mentioned, that citizenship is so important. If you are a green card holder and you've lived as a green card holder for at least 5 years, or you've lived as 3 years and you are married to a U.S. citizen, you're probably eligible for citizenship. And this is a great opportunity for you to apply. At United African Organization, we offer help with people with their cases, helping them with their immigration citizenship cases. And so do connect with us and we'll be able to help you with that as well. On September 10th, we are having a workshop where we are helping people with their citizenship applications. If you have questions or need help with immigration, do reach out to us at 312-949-9980. Before we leave, Manisan, do you have anything regarding citizenship or public charge? Again, I know I've asked you a few times if you have any last words, but we only have a few minutes left, and if you have anything that you would like to share, please do that as well.
Like I said before, I'm calling people to come to our office and to get what they need, seek advice, and we will help you to get where you want to go. So citizenship is coming up next September 10, so be there. And also we hosting sometimes some education to tell people what to do and how to behave in front of new rules. So we always open to everyone, so just come to us and you can call us at 312-949-9980. So
Thank you, Manisan. I really appreciate you and your insight on this public charge and other immigration issues. We appreciate you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. I still want to talk a little bit about citizenship at this time. As we mentioned, legal screenings are key, and there are many free opportunities out there for you to get the help that you need and the right advice. And so do look out for such opportunities. Come out. They are all around the city of Chicago. Whether you live on the north side, the south side, the west side, there are opportunities that we can connect you to help you with your case and your situation. And really, we have realized that when people who think that they don't have opportunities to get onto the pathway to legal status, do legal screenings. A lot of people really do have pathways that they probably are not thinking about. And so they are really key, critical for everyone to be able to do that and help them to move from where they are, for not just for themselves, but for their families as well. And so this is really key, and we urge you to do just that. Give us a call to be able to connect and help you with where you are and where you and your family want to go. We thank you for spending some time with us this evening on CAN TV on immigration issues. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Manisan. Thank you.